Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the day shift. This is a quick abridged version of the regular show because I am getting ready to travel yet again. So welcome. I'm Paulette. I'm the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living magazine. All right. Now, y'all, grab your water. If you are new here, you're just now jumping in. You missed it because you got a chance to hang out with the neighbors earlier, and I was packing clothes. So I brought y'all downstairs with me, and here we are. We've been talking about Stephen Miller. We've been talking about his deal with Pilantir. And what I wanted to do was to make sure that we discussed it a little bit before I wrap it up. Now, here's what you can expect, neighbors, over the next couple of days. Because I'm gonna be gone, I will be sharing news updates throughout the day, and then also Vernell will be doing the same. So Breakfast with Vernell, or you can go over to the Brownstone Brief, and you'll be able to get news and information there as well. Okay. All right. Now, what are you doing? What was that? My son needs help, y'all. He needs help.
Guys, there's nothing wrong with me. I promise.
They know that. When I tell y'all this, it's gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he goes away to college. I don't know. There's no whoops. You grown now, but he is still my best editor. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when he's gone. So let's talk about Stephen Miller, shall we? Stephen Miller. This man, what are we talking about, y'all? And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm live on the other platform. So we are going to get some information on him, and we're going to share why this is a problem. But again, somebody always wants to talk to me in the middle of my communication with you guys. But that's okay, because that's See, Phyllis, don't do that. Because see, I wasn't gonna say nothing. So somebody actually said, "Is it Overlord's? It is Overlord's Palatine, Herman German." All right. So what we're doing right now is we're getting ready to start talking about Stephen Miller and what we do know about the stock that he owns. Okay. He's actually disclosed that he owns about $100,000 to $250,000 in stock in Pilantir. Now, for those of you all who are not familiar with what Pilantir is the company that they are literally, the United States government has a relationship with, and they have a contract with officially. So guess what, folks? Again, your money is paying for them to treat you like dog doo-doo. Yes. I just want y'all to know that that's actually what's happening. And you can say what you want, but that's what it is. Okay? That's just like when that unelected official that wasn't even born in this country became the president of the United States just so he can have a little fun. I want y'all to understand something too. And this is from this is going to sound really strange, but this is from a metaphysical perspective. When you believe that you can, you will. But it should always be for the good of all to the harm of none. And what happened in this situation was these people were just having fun, right? This was fun for them. They were excited and elated in destroying people's lives at the expense of everyone who said this isn't a good idea. So they ran on division of all kinds, right? We know that. Once they got in office, because then they said we should be mad at the people that get food stamps and Medicaid. We should be mad at the people that are not working and making enough money, so they need the support of the government. We should be mad at all of these people, but we shouldn't be mad at the multi-billion-dollar corporations because everybody wants to be a baller like them. So why not? Right? We should be mad at everything else, but we should not be mad at big box retailers. We should not be mad at health insurance companies that are literally not paying premiums. We shouldn't be mad at any of these people. We should be mad at each other because I'm black and you're white and you're male and you're female and you're telling me how my body should be functioning. You should be mad at each other so that you can keep your focus over here so we can continue to hide the hand that's doing everything else that we really wanted to do anyway. And that's exactly what they ran on. And they won. And they won. And yes, I've heard all of the noise about, oh, she won and da, 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 da. Well, guess what, folks? This man is sitting in office, and no matter what is happening right now, because it took as long as it did, we all know through the sound of my voice that absolutely nothing is going to happen. Am I right about it? Am I right about it? Like the folks in the, yeah. I am right about it. Nothing is going to happen. Yet here we are. Okay. So now that we know this, and I've been seeing all of the posts, oh, she won and so forth and so on. At this point, I could care less because nothing is going to happen. Nothing. That's just like the Democrats, what they did yesterday with Al Green. We all know the Democrats could not do anything, even if they all conspired together to agree to impeach. We know it couldn't go anywhere. You know what it showed, though? Lack of solidarity, folks. That's what it showed me. So you know what that tells me as a voting American citizen who chooses at this point to vote the way that I did and do? That tells me I can't trust your ass. That's what it tells me. So now I've got to go find something else to do with my time. And that is to research who I am going to choose to replace your ass. We're not stupid. Let's be clear. Hey, Pam, we ain't no fool. Not near one of us. Yes, I said it like that. Not one of us. We are fully aware that we do not control the Senate and the House. That is not what we're saying when we say 128 voted against this man. They chose not to stand with him. I'm just saying. So when we are okay, hold on, y'all. When we are saying we're upset about the 128 and we're saying their names, I needed to say their names. Y'all want to see the video? It's on my page. Yeah. They chose not to stand. Period. That's it. So for people that are saying, thank you so much, Tinkerbell. So for people that are saying, oh, well, we wouldn't, we know that, damn it. We know. It just showed me what I needed to do. It needs to change, y'all. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything else except you all show once again that y'all can't even come together for the American people, even if it was nothing but symbolic. Yep, I'm on Substack under the Brownstone Brief. Yep. I'm on Substack under the Brownstone Brief. Brownstone Worldwide is where we are on YouTube. Yep. And I need us to kind of understand it. So I'm live on YouTube right now. Okay. So you'll just see a different angle, same conversation, same black shirt. I'm telling you, we are not fools. When the midterms come, it's a whole lot of us that are like, all right, what state am I in? Who's my senator? Who's going to be my congressman now? Who's my congressman and my senator now? Let's find out how much money you're getting greased in your palms and from whom. Let's find that out. Let me make that a homework assignment for myself. Because I got questions. And if I've got those questions, I need to know what this is doing to us and who is in your back pocket. Who? I'm just saying. So there's always this part of me that says this was a necessary evil to happen, right? The dismantling of everything always leads to the rebuilding of something. And since it always does rebuild, it is up to us to make sure that we are of the choosing of what happens when that occurs. We know this is a hot mess, and we know we stuck in it. And we know it's some people that voted for this mess that know damn well that this is a hot ass mess right now. It is the people versus the entire government. And it's abusive and it's not healthy. Just like I said earlier, this is like, you going with an abusive boyfriend that beats your behind and then turns around and while he's whooping your tail, you're buying him Xbox and cooking his dinner and paying all the bills. These very people that sit in these positions that you voted for, and I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, if you voted based upon the things that they said that they were going to do once they got in office and it's not being done, you need to get them up out of there. They should not be career politicians, buying houses and cars and having relationships with Simon and Schuster and doing talk shows and getting paid honorariums off of your tax dollar. Are you following where I'm going with this? Because they're taking this as an opportunity to do other things. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But if you are missing an opportunity to do what you said that you were going to do once you got voted in office, you got to go. Period. Yeah, they're going to try to block it, Kayshawn, but this is where we need to continue to open our mouths. This is where we need, and it's okay. We could talk about all the things. We could talk about Stephen Miller. Absolutely. So let's talk about that. Here's what the new disclosures show. A final disclosure filed in March of 2025 and released this week reveals that Stephen Miller, now Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff and the chief architect of the administration's immigration crackdown, holds between $100,000 and $1 and $250,000 in Pilantir Technologies stock. The shares sit in a brokerage account for one of his minor children, but federal ethics rules treat that as Miller's own asset. The stake did not appear on Miller's last White House disclosure in January 2021, indicating the purchase happened while he was outside of the government and before returning for the second Trump term. Here's why this is controversial. Pilantir is co-founded by Peter Thiel, earns hundreds of millions of dollars a year by building a data fusion and predictive analytics tool for federal agencies. Its investigative case management and other platforms are considered, quote, mission critical by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and are used to locate, track, and deport immigrants. Civil liberties groups across the spectrum criticize these contracts as enabling mass surveillance and facilitating rights violations. Even some Republican lawmakers have warned that aggregating so much personal data into Pilantir systems could create a digital ID ripe for abuse. So here's where the conflict of interest comes in, folks. Direct policy influence. So now Miller designs and pushes the very enforcement strategies that drive ICE's demand for Pilantir software. Any expansion of raids, detentions, or new data initiatives can raise Pilantir's revenue, by extension, Miller's net worth. Does that make sense? They already doing it. Yep. Thank you for the engagement, Trump support. We appreciate you. It's absolutely unacceptable. I agree. They're profiting and they know it's against the law to profit while you're in service of this country. That part. Okay. Now, ethics lawyers say that it is exactly the direct and predictable effect on a holding that the federal conflict of interest statute 18 U.S.C. 208 warns against. So for anyone that ever says that what I spew is a bunch of lies, I always back my shit up. So you can carry on with that. Or you can continue to spew what you want, and I'll take that, because the more that you do that, the more I end up in the algorithm. So I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, appearance of profiteering. Because Pilantir's share price has surged more than 80% this year on the back of new Trump-era tactics or contracts, Miller is positioned to personally profit from policies that many critics view as punitive or discriminatory. Now, that erodes public trust, even if he pledges recusal. The broader pattern is at least a dozen other Trump-era officials also own Pilantir stock, though. But Miller's is by far the largest. Now, here's the legal risk. If Miller participates in any meeting, contract review, or policy memo that could affect Pilantir, he could trigger a criminal violation, folks, of 208, unless he fully divests or secures a written waiver. Now, y'all know what that means. He's going to get the written waiver and it's all going to go away, because isn't that what they do, right? Policy integrity. Decisions about data sharing, contract renewals, or ICE budget requests might be tilted, consciously or not, toward a company in which he is invested. Public perception. Absolutely, Kathy, I will. And thank you for that reminder. Call me out, honey. Yeah. Please do. Yep. The administration's hardline deportation agenda is already polarizing. Learning that its architect is financially tied to the software powering those deportation feeds narratives of corruption and profiteering. It does. Isn't that the way that it sounds to you? I would think so too, right? Tinkerbell, we should be able to vote on all of this. Civil rights stakes. Because Pilantir's tools funnel huge troves of personal data into enforcement pipelines, a profit motive at the policy table deepens concerns over due process, privacy, and racial profiling abuses, something I absolutely am concerned with. So he owns a six-figure stake in Pilantir. At the same time, he's steering U.S. immigration policy and creating a classic conflict of interest scenario. Wouldn't you think? Even though some people say, oh, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's not what's happening. It is. That is what's happening. Even if he recuses on paper, watchdogs argue that the public cannot reasonably trust such recusals. Who wants to trust this dude? And he's already paying $1,500 to $1,500 a head to pick up immigrants. Oh, y'all didn't hear about that? Oh, I'm gonna do a whole piece on that because, like I said, I got to get ready to wrap this up. But I did, yeah. So I got to do a piece on that. Go on ahead and finish talking Star Streak, because the more that you do, baby, I get into the algorithm. Yep, bounty hunters. What does that sound like? It sounds like back in the day during slavery. That's exactly what it is. $1,000 to $1,500 per person. Per person. It is bounty hunters that are kidnapping people. Period. You already know, Nickel Plated. That's what's next. You already know. Scandalous. Pam said scandalous. Girl, yes. Absolutely. He's got to divest. Divestment is going to be of any sort at this point is ultimately any short of that leaves the White House vulnerable to charges that the nation's immigration system is being shaped. Of course it is. Of course it is. He's got his hands in it on both sides. He's determining how things are being done, and he's making money based on him determining how things are being done. That's it. Y'all start thinking now. Start thinking. I would agree with you, Nickel Plated. He wants to be black, or she wants to be black. Hey, Cutter, how are you? And I'm unbothered. Go ahead, keep talking. Keep talking, baby. I sure appreciate it. All right, folks, I gotta go. If I have time, I will be back later on, but I gotta get ready to go so I don't miss the conference. That starts tonight, and it runs until Saturday night. Y'all know I'm gonna be sharing all kind of pictures and stuff, right? Video and so forth. And in between, me and Vernell are gonna be sharing with you news and information. I love hanging out with you guys every single day. I wish I could stay on longer. I cannot, because I got to go and get ready for this amazing conference. You should go ahead and check it out. I'm going to brag a little bit. It's called Traffic, Sales, and Profit, or TSP Live. Go ahead. Big shout out to Lamar and Ronnie Tyler for all that they are doing for Black business owners. It is an amazing group of business owners and professionals from around the globe, actually. So go ahead and check them out. I can't wait, because we always have amazing speakers and a great time of networking and getting to connect with people that I've gotten to know and love over the years, because I've been a part of TSP for some time. So you guys get out there and enjoy the rest of your day. 3 things that I always like to tell everyone before we end every single broadcast. 1, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace everything that is your life, because you only get one you might as well enjoy it. And here's something else. Learn something along the way. And let the haters keep on hating, and let them come in here and troll if they want to, because I'm all right with it. All it does is keep me in the algorithms rhythm. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. We'll see you around.
Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. topics and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and breakfast with Bernard. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't creative.